Well, hello there, folks. Is anybody out there? It appears that really there's not that many people out there. Maybe one person, and maybe that person's me. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. One person. There we go. So I can hear myself. That's a good thing. And maybe that person's me. I don't know. Let's see here. Doesn't really matter. Mute this. One person. So the bottom line is, this first week is just going to be kind of a test run. And it is what it is. Uh, we had our first episode. That was a lot of fun just to be able to get out the initial thought of what it's going to be. I'm working on getting better internet signal in here so we can do the live stream, make it precise, so to speak. Um, yeah, but a lot of uh, a lot of positive things have come out of just the first. That's the thing. That's the thing. You want to you got to start somewhere, right? You got to start somewhere, and that's the biggest step that had to be taken. I could have waited until the beginning of December to start this. I could have waited. I could have waited until January. Um, just didn't make any sense. At some point, you have to do what you got to do. So that's what I did. And very very excited about it. So, like I said, the first week's episode was, uh, in all intents and purposes, it was just an intro. It's good to have an idea of like, okay, this is what it is, and this is what it's not. Um, so yeah, that's what we did. Now I am very excited to talk a little bit about what's coming up. And by the way, if you have joined, um, throw a comment on the chat so that I know that you're there. And along the way, if you have any questions at all, just fire away. There we go. Um, yeah. So, as I was saying, this next episode is going to be awesome. I'm very excited about it, um, because for the first time, really, since returning um, in early July, I am going to talk about my trip to Peru, what took place, what we found, what we saw, what it means. And that's exciting to me. Um, you kind of go through, like everybody. I think everybody has things they're interested in, to one degree or another, and I am certainly interested in ancient archaeology. I'm interested in um, why some things seem one way, but we're told it's another way. That's always an interesting conundrum to me. Um, and I think that this world that we're currently living in, uh, well, I think that it just opens up the gate for other opinions, um, which is awesome. Um, other thoughts. I don't think you can ever have too many thoughts. You can say too many cooks in the kitchen. I get that. Um, but when we're randomly trying to figure something out in life, and no one definitively knows, um, I think it's awesome to be able to um, get as many opinions as you can. Um, and the combativeness, the controversy that arises out of that is a good thing. It's a good thing. We should not necessarily be relishing to be in a situation where we all um, pronounce the same thoughts just because we have to think the same. That does not lend itself to uh, positive outcomes. I mean, what it really does is ultimately it doesn't challenge us and dumbs us down. I don't know, Stash Garcia 101. Yippee yay! Glad to join in. Thank you very much. You are officially. I don't know who you are. I probably do, but I don't know who you are. But you will forever go down in history. Stash Stash A Garcia 101. You are going to go down in history as the first person to ever comment on what I promise one day will be a massive live stream that will be very hard to have your voice heard. So good for you. All right, let's go. Way to go. I actually met you and your wife in Fredericksburg, Texas, in a UPS store. Wow. You were the one in the wheelchair. I remember Fredericksburg. Hello, Sandy Adams. I do not remember a UPS store, and I don't remember a wheelchair. Please don't take offense to that. Oh my God. People come up to me all the time. They're like, hey, man, yeah, saw you 5 years ago at the Quickie Mart. It's tough. Sta, Sta, is it Stasha? Is that right? Stasha? Stasha Garcia? Let me know, Stasha. I miss you at the Home Depot sometimes. Sandy, do I know you? I'm again, I'm really good with faces, like facial recognition, like boom. I know you, I know where you're from, I can remember everything. Your name? Shoot, it's a weakness. I try to, like, and the biggest thing is like word connectivity, assertion, like like, hey, my name's whatever, John Appletree. Oh, think of an apple tree, and whatever, and get that in your mind. And I do that sometimes. And there's certain people that I do know their name and whatnot, but man, I'm horrible. It's terrible. Um, Sandy Adams, you're friends with John and Christine. Are you talking about Jeffords? John and Christine Jeffords? And do you live in Branson? It's so funny, the Home Depot thing. It's awesome. Um, so I guess you live in Branson, and I guess it's John and Christine Jeffords. They're awesome. I wish they were here. John will put you all to school. Oh, I'm not offended. I just remember looking for you. Well, but you know, I'm not Elvis. I am a 50-year-old man who has to wear glasses to be able to communicate like this. Oh, it's true. It's true. Oh, so you do live in Branson now, Stacey, or Sandy. I'm sorry. Okay, and it is, what was it before? Stasha. Stasha. That's kind of a cool name, Stasha. It's a hard name to live up to. Like I'm glad I'm just named like Ryan. Ryan. Nothing. Nothing cool about that. Like, but like, imagine having a name like Elvis. Think of that. How many Elvises are running around? You got to be something, or else, yeah, it's terrible. Anyways, the natural heel. The identical was amazing. Well, I'm glad you thought so. Um, and I guarantee you there's at least 4 to 5 other people on planet Earth that thought the same. So thank you very much. That's awesome. Um, I do have like a question. We don't have that many people out there, and that's fine. It'll come around. Um, like I said, Stasha, uh, you are you're going to go down in history. You're going to be the first person, because there will be a day that we're going to do this, and there will be hundreds and thousands of people on this thing trying to get heard, and it'll just it'll just be flying by, flying by, flying by. So, um, and I don't care if anybody doesn't believe that; it's just going to happen. So, which is pretty cool. I appreciate the comment about the identical, though. Seriously, um, and we're gonna talk about that. There's a lot of cool things that happened. frustrating things and amazing things, and obviously the experience was second to none. So we're going to get into that in a future episode, um, but not for a second. Like I said, the upcoming episode will be about my trip to Peru. Um, and it's going to be kind of all encompassing. I do at some point want to have a uh, an expanded episode that I can bring in some people. Um, one day, one day, someday, and it's not going to be tomorrow. And it's not going to be in a month, but there's going to be a day. I want to have a number of people on my show, including Timothy Alberino, um, which is kind of interesting. He's just getting back from Peru. He was on a special trip down there. Remember, maybe a month ago, some of these really remote places in the Peruvian jungle, they had these alien sightings. Don't know if they're what it was, um, but yeah, and then they were like, oh, it's miners or it's whatever, whatever, whatever. Well, homeboy went down to Peru, um, with the Peruvian Navy and some other folks. It was a humanitarian mission, which is awesome, and I'm excited. I think he's back now, and he's going to have a full report. Sounds like he figured some things out, which I'm sure that he did, and kind of a man after my own heart in many ways. But I'm excited to hear about that. And if you want, Timothy Alberino, you can look him up on YouTube, follow his channel for sure, no doubt. Um, there's a lot of things that Timothy talks about that we're right here on. So, and we're going to be hearing some of that in the future. But yeah, the next episode will be about my trip to Peru. Uh, just today, editing, um, not editing, just kind of gathering up some photos, some video, and whatnot that will be incorporated. It was awesome to relive that moment, because um, that trip, what was so special about it was not just the experience of things that I wanted to experience, meaning megalithic structures, cyclopean archaeology, and masonry, and the just the history of Peru with the Inca and the Spanish conquistadors and all that stuff. But what was really cool about it was the people, who were on the trip. There's about 40 of us. Of course, Nate and Luke from Blurry Creatures. That's another podcast you should tune into. Very interesting stuff. Not for everyone, but listen with an open mind, and you might learn something. But anyways, that's what was awesome was the experience, obviously the knowledge gained, and then the people. It was cool. A couple, maybe a month ago, some of the folks from the trip came to Branson, which was awesome. Um, which was awesome. I do know that the video is doing all that stuff, light wise. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it right. I mean, eventually, this is going to be, yeah. And it's funny, like if you've ever wanted to have your own podcast, you can do it. I'm sure that people can do it on like a cell phone or whatever. I'm a bit of a geek. I don't want to do it that way. And so, um, yeah, I have invested a lot time, money, and effort into this. It's only going to get better. So keep on watching and enjoy the ride. Right now, yeah, I'm just being honest with you. Um, there's a small part of my mind that is exploding on a epic level because I do know that the background should be this way. And I'm really, it's Friday night, baby. Let's just calm down. All right. We're going to get that right. Um, but not tonight. So who else has joined in? Thank you. I was a friend of, oh, God bless her. She was awesome. Negro was, what did she do? She did, what was the character? Aretha Franklin. And yeah, I worked with her in at the Rock Box. She was in the show at some point here in Branson as well. She was an amazing Aretha Franklin, no doubt. So very cool. Um, yeah, and we lost her absolutely. So thoughts and prayers out to her family. Um, so the Natural Heel said the part where the brothers were face to face was so chilling. It's one of the best movie moments ever. That's your winner. Oh, that scene, yeah, that's your winner. I'll tell you what, it was that was actually um that was a heck of a day. Heck of a day on set. Um All right. We're going to get this worked out. Oh, it's going to be backwards. Oh, it's going to be backwards. You got it? All right. We'll end this, and I will meet you on Facebook Live here in about 5 minutes. Unless, is it back on? Is it working? You know what? I just need better bandwidth here. So in the meantime, I'm going to meet you on Facebook Live. Let's see, that would be Facebook Live, facebook.com/the Ryan Files. And in fact, I'm going to get there right now. Oh, by the way, okay, it is working. Okay, it's clear. Subscribe to this channel, please, 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 please. It's everything. This is where everything's going to be coming out of at some point or another. So please subscribe to this channel, Facebook, or I'm sorry, youtube.com/@the-Ryan Files. Let your friends know, we got to build the audience. So let's do it. So Stasha, don't worry about the chipmunk stuff. Go over to Facebook. We're going to just do it from my phone. We're going to create a post and we are going to go live. And we are going to call this continuation of the Friday night mic drop. All right. Here we go. All right. I'm going live here and I'm going to shut it down here. And no, they shouldn't have made me be Elvis. All right. I'll meet y'all on Facebook. All right. See you there shortly. Cheers. All right. We're back.